Hello, and welcome to the Misfit Toys Comedy live stream. Give me some snaps. Give me some jazz hands. Yes, I can feel you all the way in London and Wales and New York, LA, Chicago. We got Oakland in the house. What's up? What's up? We have my beautiful and talented Caramelita Jonez from Chi-Town now in Hollywood. And we got Tammy T Love up in Oakland. What's up?
What's up, everybody?
So, as always, we start with breakfast and BITCH, what's bizarre, ironic, terrifying, crazy, and hard about life right now, and breakfast. So, Tammy T, what was for breakfast, and what do you got to BITCH about?
Well,
I'm going to take this off.
That was breakfast.
You got to eat the greens. It's all about the greens.
The vegetables were for breakfast. And I just got off a flight. So that was bizarre because Lyft is trash. Let's put that out there right now for everybody to understand. Lyft is trash, and it was a horrible flight. But other than that, that was breakfast and bizarre. Then out this bitch.
Where were you flying from? Where were you flying from?
Yeah, Vegas.
Vegas. So Tammy is going in Vegas. Your home base is in Oakland.
Yes.
And is there a lot of comedy out in Oakland?
Yes, we do have a lot of comedy in Oakland. People skip over Oakland and you shouldn't. There's a lot of talented comedians in Oakland. We have the Copper Spoon, hashtag hella funny. Every Thursday through Sunday, we have 2 shows on each day. We have shows in San Francisco across the way. My homegirl, Drea, she does shows at the Milk Bar. And then hashtag hella funny always has shows all over through San Francisco. So comedy is all over the place. Tommy T's over there in Pleasanton. We got comics and we got some funny.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Yes, we're going to come visit. We're going to come visit. Breakfast and BITCH.
Breakfast and BITCH. Well, that would work if I got up early enough to have breakfast.
Right.
I don't. So let's do a brunch in BITCH. What's bizarre? What's bizarre is like I live in a shared living home, so it's like the real world but with adults and no alcohol, so it's not nearly as fun. And it seems like whenever I want to use the bathroom, there's always some man upstairs taking a bath.
Right.
Now, first of all, I know that I think it's bizarre.
Grown men taking baths?
Yeah, you should take a bath.
That's what I'm saying. And ain't none of them athletes. Why you sore, bro? Why you?
I'm gay and I don't even do that.
You should. You got to sit those nuts in some hot water at some point. You just can't just be out there wallowing around with the balls just doing it.
Some of those layers of funk and fecal matter off.
You gotta sit there. You gotta sit that ass in some water.
Somebody taking a bath and they only take a bath when I want to take a shower. So I think that's really bizarre. I don't know if they're messing with me or what, but if somebody in here soaking their ass like they like beans or something, they just in the tub constantly in the tub.
Wait for you to come up there.
I get weird.
Pass, fam. If you live here where I live, I know you ain't got no money because I'm broke too. 2 broke people can't be together. It'll never work.
Just arguing.
See, as soon as you said Oakland,
arguing on the bus next to each other, arguing, man. Now you need to stop.
Because you ain't got no money.
I gotta walk 3 blocks back.
Right.
I cannot. What we not gonna do is be broke.
Can't even hold hands. Just mad walking.
Trying to hold some money. Damn his hand.
Right. Don't hold my hand, nigga. Go hold a job.
Yes, that's what you can't hold a job. Employment.
You want to hold my hand? You can't even hold on to a job. No.
That was my bizarre. Hello from Wales, Ray.
So Ray from Wales. Yes, we across the pond.
Across the pond is watching.
Is that Ray? Is Ray the one that be in the tub?
No.
Ask Ray if he does the tub.
I think I know who it is that's in the tub because they told me they like baths.
There you go.
They're a Pisces, so I understand the affinity with water. But bro, every time I want to take a shower, you trying to soak, bro? Like,
yeah. So it's timed perfectly.
Well, I'm gonna have to start taking my showers really, really early or really, really late. But that was my brunch in BITCH.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Breakfast. My mom's made me some breakfast, so I'm spoiled. Like she came over, she made me like eggs and like she made me a nice breakfast. I was like I'm spoiled like that. Like I live with my mom. I'm living the millennial dream. I'm 40s and living with my mom, so it's great.
My mom was sick of my shit at 31. Bless you.
My mom was sick of my shit at 15. Okay, she said, "Get a job, get out. Go to the military, get out. Go to school, get out.
Just get out." Did she shine a flashlight on you like in the movie too?
And don't come back. Don't come back. I'm done raising kids. You are an adult now. I'm done raising kids. I came back once. He gave me keys to an apartment and said, "Don't come back." So I haven't been back since. I'm 50 years old. I never stayed in my mama's house.
Oh, see, I left, but then we merged, especially during the pandemic. We merged. We came back together as a family to take care of each other and to like, you know, and what was the BITCH about? What do I have? Like, what was today's BITCH? Taxes, corporate taxes. So corporate taxes are due March 15th.
You're a corporation?
Right.
Now, this is something that I'm very glad that I love that question. If you want to make it an entertainment, and this is to all the comedians that are watching, all of the students from Misfit Toys, we will cover this in our career clinic. And this is for all the other comedians out there. You are a corporation. The only way to make it in this industry is to be a corporation. So the first thing you need to do, if you are taking your career seriously, is to create Caramelita Jonez Incorporated, or whatever your comedy brand is incorporated. That is the first step. That is the first step. Now, no, California, if you take any money from people in California, you got to file California taxes. So that Delaware tax loop doesn't work. No. Talk to your accountant. I'm not H&R Block. I ain't your accountant.
But you're telling us how to scam the feds, and I support that.
What it's called is the white secret.
Right. I was going to say it.
I'm decoding white entitlement for the masses.
Yeah, I wanted to say
knowing this, like this is something I grew up with. My mentor in college, you know, he sat me down, and as soon as I graduated college, the first thing I did was incorporate. He's like, "This is how you do. This is how you make it in America, and you create, you know, Love Sky Incorporated, yada yada Incorporated, J-Lo, Madonna, yada yada. Everything they do, it's incorporated. So when Jennifer Lopez buys a house, she doesn't buy a house. Jennifer Lopez Incorporated buys a house. When Beyonce hires makeup, no, Beyonce Incorporated, whatever the corporation pays for the and the company pays for everything, and then the company also pays you. But everything goes through the company.
So when can I start writing off all my makeup expenses? Because this shit is getting expensive.
As soon as you incorporate.
Okay.
As soon as you incorporate, and now we're at the beginning of we're already into the second quarter, but as soon as you incorporate, you put all your money into the corporation, people pay the corporation, and the corporation purchases your makeup, your hair, your clothing, those are costumes. Your gas to the thing. But when you work for yourself, you got to pay double the tax, and you can't write off as much as you know. So just be aware. Just be aware that, you know, in entertainment.
This is my aware face. I'm aware that sounded good till you said pay double. Now how am I saving money?
So no, I'm saying when people work, when they file, when they work for themselves, they have to pay double tax. It's just a comment, like it's a recommendation, just like most entertainers and most companies, you know, incorporate, and then the corporation, and so that's just a tool. That's just a tool that American and corporations use, and it's completely, and that's how you do business. So
now I don't want to end up locked up like Wesley Snipes, because do I have a complexion for the connection, Iggy? Because don't have us over here looking like Wesley Snipes in jail for taxes listening to your ass.
Well, yeah, if you make too much money with your complexion, then you gonna be like Wesley Snipes, because they're gonna go back to when they didn't know you was making money, and they was like, wait, remember you did Cindy's hair at the house on 95th and Normandy, and you didn't tell us that you made $300 for doing Cindy hair? We need that back. So now
the government don't tell me about every satellite they launch up into space. So I figure
exactly.
They don't tell me, they don't hurt them, it don't hurt me, same thing. We're gonna go both ways.
So they're gonna want that money back from Cindy's hair plus
what
interest.
Money? Who's Cindy? I don't know these people.
They saw you on the satellite.
So
call Welcome
They
back.
saw you. They saw you on the side like doing Cindy hair in the bathroom. You got to pay that up.
So speaking of entertainment, I would love to hear about your comedy journey. How did you get into comedy? What inspired you? Tammy T, I know that you have a very interesting story of how you got into comedy and what was your, what was the catalyst that got you into the business?
Well, mine's is pretty long. You sure you don't want my queen to go first?
Chi-Town? Miss Caramelita Jonez?
With the shits, I can go first. Mine's is like a true story of how tragedy plus time equals comedy. I had a good friend of mine. Now, my name is not really Caramelita Jonez, what you see right here. It's some other shit that's very Polish. I'm one of Chicago's many Polish people. I know you couldn't tell by looking, but the blonde does give it away, right? But, one of my friends he added the last name of Jones to Caramelita Jonez, which is effectively my stage name. He was murdered. Yes, Chicago does have a problem with violence, gun violence. I'm going to leave it there. It's still a beautiful city. There'll be no Chicago slander. But I was devastated when he passed. I was devastated. I was tore up. I remember what he told me. He always said I was super funny and that I should do stand up. And I'd be like, no, this is something guys tell you, when y'all just chilling around after y'all did the dang thing, and you're trying to find ways to compliment you, make you feel good about yourself for doing some stuff you can't tell your mama you just did. He's like, girl, you're so funny. You should do comedy. Like, you should do stand up. Like, you're funny. You should really try it. So that week I found out he was murdered. That Friday I went to Second City in Chicago and did their open mic, and I have been doing comedy ever since. And I like to think that he's looking down from heaven, and that's one of the reasons why I've been so successful. I like to think that he kind of helps me in my comedy path, from wherever he is, and that's one of the ways I deal with my grief. But yeah, had he not died, I never would have got into comedy, so it is bittersweet every time I'm on that stage. But yeah, I'm not gonna cry because I took too much time doing this makeup.
Don't do it. You strong, girl. You strong.
I love that there is a fire. There is someone pushing you, supporting you, protecting you, motivating you. And I have someone like that in my life also. He was murdered for being who he was in Harlem, and he was my gay Puerto Rican best friend from college. And they snuffed him out because he was a little light in the loafers, and he was like, you can't tell me not to be me. Well, and so one of the reasons why I do comedy and now I have so much courage on stage, and I carry his boots that he was wearing during that night with me when I go on stage, when I go on tour, they're always with me because he always inspired me to speak my truth, to be myself and authentically myself. And so I that resonates with me. That to me, that really speaks to me. So that's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Tammy has a happier story, I'm sure.
Tammy, who was murdered?
I just wanted to let you guys bet. Well,
like, damn, my story happy as hell. What the fuck?
Right, it is very wonderful, people. Very wonderful. Well, okay, I was dumped. I was in love. I knew I was going to marry this woman. I wanted to marry her. She dumped me, said she had to find herself. I said, all right, go find yourself. I went to go see Monique at the San Jose Improv. I bought one ticket because I'm single now. And I got in there, and it was like God had just planned it out because there was one table sitting right in the front of the stage. Like I could do this on the stage. And it sat 2 people. So what I did was I ordered an appetizer, I ordered a couple of drinks, and I made the table busy so nobody would sit there. Okay? And then, yes, you gotta set up your destiny for you. So then Gerald Kelly comes out, he does his thing, he leaves the stage, Monique comes out, and I said, look at God, because she was tiptoeing across the little stage, and her legs was all shiny, and she was beautiful. And I was like, wow. I had my bow tie on. I was looking all clean. I was fly. And I just kept flirting. I had my chapstick, and I kept doing this with my chapstick and putting it back. And I kept smiling, and I take it out again.
It's about yes.
But you got to do it with the one hand. You know what I'm saying? You got to be real slick with it. And I was. And I was like really trying to get her attention. And then after I got finished with the infatuation of her being so amazing, I started paying attention to the skills that she was delivering on that stage and how she was commanding the audience and how she was, you know, letting them breathe so she could hit them again. And it was just amazing. I was in awe. And then she stopped me. She was like, "What's your name?" And I said, "My name is Tammy." She said, No. "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Tammy." She said, "I thought you was a nigga. I didn't see the titties."
It's happened to me before too. When that cute dude is not a dude.
They're like, you know, and
As red as my background. I'm like, oh Lord.
so she, you know, she continued on with her show, and she kept using me as a callback. So after the show was over, she said, "Tammy, she didn't leave, did she? Where's Tammy?" So I stood there, and all the older ladies were standing next to me, and they was like, "We're going to get a picture with her too." I was like, "That's fine." So the old ladies used me to get to Monique, and I was okay with that because some of them were cute. And I like pie. But so Monique, you know, we exchanged words, and I told her she gave me a lot of energy. I told her I was an inspiring comedian, and she said, "Well, get on stage and do 10 minutes." And I was like, "When?" She said, "Right now." I said, "Right now?" She said, "Yeah, I'm going to tell the manager you're going to open up for me on my next show in 20 minutes. And you can 10 minutes." And I was like,
crazy.
She said, "Do you want 10 minutes or not?" And I was like, "I can't tell you no." So
right, we'll just take a pause right here. When opportunity knocks, you better be ready to walk through that door.
Hello.
You gotta go.
This is so like so many times people like they knock and then the door opens and like or then they stumble and they fall right on their like you better be ready. Were you ready? How did that 10 minutes go?
Okay, this is the thing. I was never supposed to be on stage. I was originally supposed to do my first ever show that next Friday. I had never been on stage before like this. So the only things I've done was like I did one show because my friends threw me up like in 2007. And I didn't know what I was doing. So I never did it again. And then my friend helped me, you know, he was doing house parties specifically for me to break my stage fright. So he introduced me to an open micer. Again, I've never been on stage. So he introduced me to an open mic runner, Tony Sparks. I did a couple of open mics. I met Monique. I went on tour.
Boom.
I love it. I love it. I
Monique
love it.
Is awesome. She also put Corey Bell Boyd, who's an amazing comedian from Chicago.
Yeah, I met Corey as well.
Yeah, you know, we got some funny women in Chicago. You know,
yeah, Corey is a beast. She's dope. But before the show started, I remember, okay, I can't sit here and play around because I have a show that next Friday. I need to study for the next show. I don't know what I'm doing. So while I was waiting for the show to start, I was going over my material and changing it and typing and going over it. So when she said, "Do you want 10 minutes?" I was not ready in my sense. But when I stepped on the stage, okay, let's go back. It was a girl that I have been trying to get with for a long time.
She lit up. She was like, it always comes down to that.
It was a girl.
There was a girl.
It was a woman that walked in the theater, and I said, "Gerald, you see that girl over there in those jeans? She ain't never wanted to give me none. Never. I've been trying to get with her. She ain't never wanted to give me none." I said, "All right, she gonna want to give me some tonight."
Watch this. Watch this.
As soon as I stepped on that stage, it was like I had supposed to have been there, and everything I had dreamed of it being, I was living it. I was standing inside my dream, and I saw her sitting up there wherever the fuck she was sitting because she didn't have good seats. And wherever she was sitting up there, she wasn't the fuck on the stage with me. And I was shining like a motherfucker. And Paul Mooney was in the audience. Monique was standing up there looking at me. And I was like, I'm home, baby.
That's what's up.
That is amazing. Everybody, some snaps. I can feel you at home. Yes. Yes. What was your opening line?
Don't ever let nobody tell you that dreams don't come true. Because 20 minutes ago, I was sitting right there in that seat.
Boom.
20 minutes ago, I was sitting right there, and now I'm standing on this stage. So don't ever let nobody tell you your dreams can't come true. And don't ever let nobody tell you that what you want to be in life, you can't be. Go get it.
I love it. I love it. And that is everything that America's all about. And I've lived all over the world, and this country is the one place where you genuinely can, if you have the drive, the discipline, and the desire, do whatever you want.
Stop letting
this story is so inspiring. I get goosebumps because this is so amazing. You had a dream, you had a desire, you were fearless, and
let me say this. I'm not young, people. I'm 50 years old.
Damn,
this happened 3 years ago. I was 47 years old when I figured out what I wanted to be when I grow up. So
can you reiterate that for everyone watching all over the world? Wait. It don't matter how. Wait. Say that again.
Don't matter your age. I turned 47 and realized what I wanted to be when I grow up. So I'm 50 years old now, and I've been having a blast. You understand me? So don't even let your parents tell you what it is you can't do. Because if my parents would have encouraged me to keep doing what I was doing when I was little and being just me, I would have been out of here already.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I would love to hear some Green Room Chronicles. Now, the Green Room, for those that don't know, the Green Room is what they call, sometimes it's green, usually it's green, the room that's in the back.
Right.
It's what happens behind the scenes, or what they shoot and they call BTS, right. Behind the scenes. Give us some BTS of being on tour and opening for Monique. Give us some BTS. You don't got to name names, but we would love to hear.
We prefer if you do, but we would prefer if you did.
I love you, Caramelita. I love you, Caramelita.
We prefer if you did. I'm just
this
saying.
This is backstage with Monique. Music, laughter, dancing.
No snacks?
You're gonna get some snacks. You're gonna get some snacks. You might, if you want something to drink, you can order you something to drink or whatever. But the main thing you're gonna get backstage in the Green Room with Monique is laughter, jokes. Oh, me and Monique got some stuff on Corey B that it just in the Green Room just had us in tears. So, and it's not even nothing bad or anything. It was just incidents that happened that just make great comedy. And you're going to get a lot of laughter, music, and it's going to be some dancing and singing. And then we're going to hit the stage. The energy has to be a party before we get on stage.
That's true. You bring that energy on stage with you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So, I'm seeing these weights in the back, Miss Tammy T Love.
Yeah, those are my younger days. It's still sexy, but bitch, let's keep it honest. Those are the younger days. Every once in a while, I get up there and be like, "Yeah, I remember," and I do it, and I be like, "I remember."
But that's more for like inspiration.
Well, yeah, it's sexy.
Okay, yeah, like I don't ride my unicorn no more. I ain't that young no more. It's there. It's there.
I have a telescope in here too.
Hey, I just went hiking and played basketball and went roller skating in the same day. Y'all should take
I love it. Yes. Question, Caramelita. Now that you moved up, because you moved from Chicago to Hollywood, and this is a recent move for you. Do you have any Green Room, behind the scenes BTS? Is Hollywood what you thought it was?
Hell no, it ain't
what you thought it would be.
No.
Tell us about your vision of Hollywood as a Chicago entertainer, and then now that you are in Hollywood, did it match, or is there an incongruency?
No, they tricked the fuck out of me. I'm mad. I'm big mad. Can't nobody afford to live alone out here. Everybody's a goddamn Uber Eats driver.
Wait, time out. Did I not tell you? So Caramelita calls me, right? And she's part of the Misfit Toys, and we're on the phone, and she's like, I'm looking for, and I told her, I was like, this is what's going to happen. You're going to get a real world house in the valley. You're going to be in a house with like 5 other white people sharing a bathroom. Hopefully there's a pool in the backyard. She's like, I ain't doing that. I was like, trust me, what you can afford is a house with 5 other crazy people in the valley. Hopefully it has a pool and a jacuzzi. Now, Caramelita.
No, what you told me.
No, wait. Does it have a pool?
What you told me was what you had said, what he had said to me with his people mouth, his whole ass mouth. What he said is stay in Airbnbs. So until you figure out which part of California you want to settle in. I was like, cool, LA's big as hell. I did that. Cool. What he did not tell me is that you gonna have to start an OnlyFans to pay your rent. That is what it was not fully conveyed to me. Or in the valley doing porn. That was not conveyed to me. I ended up finding this really great place. It's a community living, shared living situation. I don't have 5 roommates. I have 15. It's like a 5,000 square feet, like low key mini mansion that we live in or whatever. But yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that when you go to like the Walk of Fame downtown, it's covered with crackheads and it smells like piss. They didn't put that in there. That's deceptive as hell. They need to start telling people that Hollywood is just a bunch of big white letters on the side of a mountain that you can kind of sometimes see if you see it. Hollywood is a state of mind for me. So in Chicago, I moved to Hollywood for the opportunities I know I was not gonna just stumble across that I can in LA. Like the first month I was out here, I saw Donnell Rawlings at the Comedy Store. That's just not gonna happen in Chicago. Right. And that is what I moved out here for: the access to opportunities and to be in the rooms with the people who could change my life. Now, that's what I moved out here for. That's what has happened. For that, I'm thankful. Y'all didn't tell me about all these goddamn meth heads in the valley. You know, I didn't know that. It's the same crackheads and meth heads. Y'all just got palm trees and lemon trees. Same shit, different backdrop.
There's the link. If you want to watch us on Facebook, post this out because we're at the halfway mark. We're at halftime. So if you haven't tuned in before, tune in now for the second half of the show. So post that link. Let everybody know we live. I love this about what Caramelita was saying. And you know me, I'm very galang-a-langing. So I love spirituality. I love connecting to the universe. I love all the different disciplines and the different accents and languages that people use to communicate with the source, however you call it. And in Kabbalah, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Ganesh, whoever it is. One thing that I love is in Kabbalah, they believe that synchronicity, which is random occurrences that seem in sync with what you are doing, but they are accidental in that you haven't planned them. Those are the universe giving you breadcrumbs, giving you little pieces of faith that are leading you to your destiny. Those moments happen, and that shows you you're on your path. Now, the closer you are in proximity, to people that can make your dreams happen, that people that align with you, the more that those happen. The chances of you being in an elevator with Monique, or being on stage with Monique, or being in a coffee shop, or being wherever with someone who aligns themselves with you and your career and your destiny, when you live in Ohio, probably not as often. But when you live in the TMZ stands for 3 Mile Zone. When you live in that area, the chances of those synchronistic moments happening, that's why New York and LA are such power centers, are more often. And when you are prepared, when you are ready, and those moments happen, your career, your life, your destiny starts to accelerate and create so much momentum. And I love that Caramelita touched on that, because that's why she moved to LA. She was prepared. She made a plan. She was like, okay, she did not just go, okay, I'm going to just, no. She asked questions. She figured there were surprises and bumps in the road. What was the biggest bump in the road other than the meth heads that you were like, oh Lord, this is a challenge that I'm like, Satan, not today, Satan.
When I was staying in Airbnbs and there was a delay in when I could move in here, so I had to effectively live in my car for a week. So I mean, if you really live in your car when you first moved to LA, did you really follow your dream? Are you really a starving artist if you're not temporarily homeless here?
Well, I grew up. I grew up in Los Angeles. I've never lived in my car. I'll leave.
But you from here? I'm talking about people who move here.
No, but I moved back. I moved back to LA and ended up having to have 2 weeks to leave. And I found another bed to sleep in between those 2 weeks. And then I left, when it was time. But I'm not gonna sleep outside unless I'm camping.
Well, I was in my car. I mean, I don't understand why it's
Hey,
such a
you know that
stigma
you in
sleeping
this
in your
cute
car.
Mitsubishi.
People love food
Mitsubishi.
trucks.
I can't have Mitsubishi. Can you believe I just said that? Mitsubishi convertible. I can't even speak English.
There will be no spider slander. I love my Mitsubishi Spider.
No,
It was great.
well, if you look and you scroll back into my Facebook, I'm driving the exact same car in silver.
There you go.
No, I ain't. No. I love me my Mitsubishi. Like, I love. No. But I'm just saying, you like, oh, I'm hot. You just put the top down and look at the star. Well, the couple stars that are in LA.
Right. Let's do it.
I just don't understand how in LA everybody loves food trucks. They love the little dog washing trucks. It's, oh, this is a mobile dog grooming salon. Oh, this is a mobile restaurant. But if I
does everybody live outside?
Why can't I have a mobile Airbnb? That's what my car was, a mobile Airbnb. Okay, don't try to say you live in your car. No, it's a mobile Airbnb. If that's a mobile restaurant.
Well, nowadays it's a mobile home because everybody's living in their car now.
Oh Lord. One of my friends was telling me, he was like, oh, they live by Echo Park. And he was like, oh, no. He had like the tent that he lives in, and then there were 3 tents out front that he's been renting out.
Right.
As an Airbnb. He's like, it's called Lakeside. It's a lakeside view right in front of Echo Park outside in a tent, charging people $5 because he has a solar backup generator to power the iPhone.
And I got 2 tents in my house. I'm not using them correctly then because I need to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 5-people tents. I got that's a mansion. I need to split them up and rent the size out. Listen.
So I won't call it I don't know if the unicorn in the room. Have you noticed that there's a double standard for being African American in comedy? Is there a double standard for being a woman in comedy? And then is there even a triple standard for being a woman who is not heteronormative in comedy? So we've got like the triple, like, has that affected you in any way or not at all? I don't know. But the universe and the people want to know, is it any different?
Are we starting the oppression Olympics? Because I could lace up my shoes right now and tell you how hard it is.
No, I'm just curious.
Comedy. I mean, if you want to go there, first of all, there is this common misconception that women are not funny. You know, but then
we have already proven that wrong today.
But that's different. They're like, oh, but that's different. You black women are funny.
Right.
So they want to hit you with that.
Right.
I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot from black and white male counterparts.
Right.
You hear that a lot. Oh, that's different. You a black woman. Y'all always kill the stage. Y'all.
Right.
I know some unfunny black women do. I ain't gonna say no names because I'm trying to get them bitches to buy tickets one day. But
Condoleezza Rice ain't funny.
That's just a bad perm, not a bad comment. That's just a bad perm. She just got a real bad perm. If you're not keeping it real with the community, you can tell by how their hair look. Any woman that you see with a fucked up perm, black people don't fuck with her. That's why her hair look like that.
She get her hair done at the salon, not the beauty shop.
The beauty shop.
Maybe she has 2 gay white parents.
Well,
you know what you're not gonna do is come for Gabby Douglas. What you not? I saw that. I saw the shade. What you're not gonna do is come for good Gabby, because you ain't doing no triple back.
We're gonna leave the babies alone. We're gonna leave the babies alone.
She need to find somebody to do her damn head, but that's another story for another time. As far as being a woman,
isn't she a gymnast?
Yeah.
Well, she ain't got time for nobody to do her hair. She's sweating.
She's sweating and flipping and turning and twisting.
Right. That's new. That's new growth. That hair just grew while she was doing a tumble salt. Y'all just missed the time span of that salt because you was thinking too damn slow. That's all.
She started.
Yeah.
But by the time she stuck that landing,
boom, her hair had grew because that's how black people, that's how we do.
You sweat it out. But being a woman in comedy, you're not funny. Then when you're black, they want you to just do like specific, relatable material. Your stuff, you can't, you got to make sure that you're funny in a black room because black rooms are notoriously harder than just doing a regular white room. You got to earn the audience's respect. So even if they see you being commercially successful, like I was getting booked on the North Side a lot. Everybody does laugh at Candace Owens, right? You're right. I was getting booked on the North Side of Chicago a lot, which is where most of the white comics are. And then you have the South Side comics. I was getting booked everywhere. But I would have some South Side comics tell me that, oh, you're not really funny. That's why you be up north. I said, no, I'm funny. That's why I'm up north. And you're stuck on the South Side, boo. I can go places you can't because I have material. My material is relatable to everybody. I'm not just talking about child support and shootings and gun violence and gang shit.
And every other word isn't the N word.
Oh, one of my most like funniest jokes, it has the N word as the punchline. But I know how to use it. It's a lot of people out south, a lot of black comics, a lot of black male comics rely on swear words for their punchlines instead of actually writing something clever. You know, so once you get past that, oh, you funny for a black woman, oh, you do a lot of white rooms, then they always try to find a way to diminish your funny. Just tell me you want me to help you write, Pam. Just say you can set up a writing session. Just ask me to help you, dude. You ain't gotta hate. Congratulate. Don't dislike me. Just get me.
Don't hate, congratulate. Wait, I love this. Hold up. Don't hate, congratulate. That's
right.
Don't hate, I like congratulate. This. I like this.
All right. And see, I get a lot of my comedy from real life. So the barbershop, you know, to dudes trying to holler at me just walking down the street, which is weird. Just regular, which is weird. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we gonna do, bro? We literally have on the same outfit, my guy. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, but the titties underneath that shirt though.
Yeah, but I got a fade. Like, come on, my guy. What are we doing? So I get my comedy from a lot of real life experience. So when the guys, they can't do anything but laugh. I do, and I learned the hard way. I learned on the road. So I know how to talk to the white people because that's San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And then when I go to the black room, because Monique took me to Arlington, Texas, now I know how to deal with the judgmental Christians. You know what I'm saying? I've worked in places where it's really a redneck area, so I know how to talk to the rednecks too. You know what I'm saying? So you just have your jokes can still be your jokes. You just have to alter it.
Is that
read the room? You have to.
Is that called code switching? Is that code switching?
No, we're black. We're black. We have been code switching since our parents taught us how to talk.
So
the way I'm talking to you right now is not the way I'm going to talk to my friend when I get off of here.
So has code switching or being black and having to shift how you present yourself to the world, was that something that actually benefited you as a comedian now in your career? Were you able to take that technique and then use it for your benefit?
I don't think it's code switching. I think it's being able to relate to everybody. I can't talk to you the way I talk to my cousin. I'm not going to talk to my mom the way I talk to my friends because she ain't my friend.
Yeah, she ain't one of your little ass friends.
Right. So you just have to act accordingly. I'm not changing who I am. I'm just.
Can you repeat that one more time so that people can hear this? You need to what?
Act accordingly.
You need to what?
Act accordingly. I'll give you a perfect example. I don't have kids. Okay. I never birthed any humans out of my vagina. However, I have raised a lot of young men. Now, if I'm with their mom, it's 2 women in the house. This young man needs other men to act accordingly to. So when we go to the barbershop and little man is doing flip-flops and jumping around, I'll ask him, do you see any other men in the barbershop doing flip-flops and jumping around? No. Act accordingly. When in wrong.
No, and I think this is something for a lot of, and this is coming from my white privilege, where I'm going to be me no matter who is there, no matter what, because I'm
wrong.
And there you go.
Wrong.
I'm
a little bangy. Iggy, you know me. I'm a little bangy, so sometimes I do code switch. Because growing up in Chicago, we use a lot of slang, and even like being out here on the West Coast, like I'm one of those people. In Chicago, we don't call soda, we call it pop. So I have to think about where I'm at, and it's about code switching is all about communicating in a language so that the person that you're addressing can receive what you're trying to say, and they're not caught up on how you said what you said. It's making sure that this motherfucker understands what the fuck I'm saying. So I still code switch a lot. But as far as dumbing down my appearance, my swag, because I'm a blackity black girl. And I'm gonna die a blackity black woman. Probably one of them old ones with a garden in the back, sitting on my front porch, telling people to turn that music down because it's too goddamn loud. That's probably gonna be me in about 40 years, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. That's probably you now, Tammy. That's cool.
It is. Turn that down. I gotta go to work in the morning.
Right. Or why are you playing that shit? I can't understand what they're saying anyways. They mumbling.
I gotta get to my couch and do some work at 6:30. So I need to turn that shit down.
Oh.
But you have to say it in a way where whoever you're addressing can receive it. Now, when I do different rooms, I do realize that I have to maybe change the diction. Like if I'm performing in front of a white audience, slow down a little bit, be more purposeful and intentful with my pauses, let certain things marinate. And a black room, I don't have to worry about that because they're used to the pace and the diction of most black folks. Just little linguistic changes like that. Yes, it's code switching, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure everybody laughs. And it's on me as a performer to make sure that I'm delivering my jokes and my set in a way where they can receive this funny. Otherwise, I'm doing everybody in the room a disservice. You feel me?
And if it's funny, it's going to be funny no matter what room you're in.
Period. So I don't change jokes. I don't, because like I have a joke about me being black and Polish. Like I'm the only person I know can say 2 racial slurs and get away with it. You know, and that I say the 2 racial slurs wherever I am, because who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me? That's the punchline. Who gonna check me, boo? Who?
Right.
So, you know, I write my material to be funny, not to be funny to black people, not to be funny to white people. I write to be funny, period.
Well, you write to be funny, and this is something important for everyone to hear, and this is why I love you so much. And when I found you, you write to be funny for yourself. You make yourself laugh first, and if you laugh and you think it's funny, then you bring it on stage. Because you always no. This is something I learned late in the game because I was trying to write for what they thought was funny, and only now I write what I think is funny. And if I like it and I laugh,
I'm gonna do it.
And you write what you think is funny first, and then let me adjust it so that you can understand what I think is funny. And that is yes.
So many times, like I'm writing sketch comedy.
Yes.
Doing sketch comedy now, when I let people read my scripts and the best feeling to me is when people read my scripts and they start laughing when they're reading it, because I literally write how I talk. And that's my thing. I love Quentin Tarantino movies and I love dialogue. So if the dialogue and the screenplay isn't hitting for me, I don't want your project. Nah, you can't work with me. Nah, I'm good. I'm cool on it, shorty. But like when people read my stuff and they start laughing, they're like, this is funny. I'm like, yeah, I know, I wrote it. Like I wrote it. Of course it's funny. It came from me.
And that confidence,
and humbly and respectfully as possible. But we as women are always questioning our abilities, whether it be in the boardroom, whether it be on the job. But this is the one thing where I know for certain I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I wasn't.
Caramelita, did you just say boiler room?
Boardroom.
Wait, I'm white. You got to get that diction going.
Boardroom.
I got, but my foot got a lot of diction.
In the conference room.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just trying to tease you and poke you. She's like, I said boiler room. I'm like, boiler room? Wait, what?
I did speech in high school and was a sick and novice champion. I know how to pronounce. And our
so speaking of black women,
throw you off. Baby girl, very much educated. Okay?
So speaking of black women, what were the strong black women in your life? Whether it was your mother, your grandmother, your aunt, whether it was a career-driven, creative comedy powerhouse like Monique, what lessons have the strong women in your life taught you that now you want to impart to the younger generation, or that you wish you could have told your younger self?
Oh, if I could have told my younger self, I would have kissed the girl in 6th grade that I wanted to kiss. Cause what's she gonna do? Get mad?
Still kissed you, bitch.
I kissed you. You can't take the kiss back. Nowadays, you can't do that, kids. You're gonna be a sex offender in 6th grade. Don't do it. When I was
you, Tammy T, don't be no Pepe Le Pew.
No, I'm just saying. In my 6th grade, that's what I would have did, because now I know that I could do it. You know what I'm saying? When I was in 6th grade, you would not dare tell anybody you wanted to kiss a girl. Hell no. My 6th grade is a different 6th grade from yours. I'm 50 years old. It was a different It was different. So I definitely would have came out more. I did have strong women all around, my mom, my aunt, my grandma, my great grandma. You know, I had a lot of strong people, and they always told me, we're not always going to be here. One by one, we're not always going to be here. So you can't always rely on us to be here to take care of your. That's why my mom got rid of me after I graduated high school. I can survive on my own. But if you keep allowing people to do it for you and hold your hand throughout, then you're not going to know how to do it. You're going to be standing there stuck like a lot of these kids. They can't do anything for themselves, and they, crying that they need somebody to help them.
It's called YouTube. It's called YouTube. Just Google YouTube.
Yeah, Google and YouTube. You don't even know what a dictionary is. Never seen a dictionary. Never seen a calculator.
Don't know what Dewey Decimal is.
Yeah, just regular basic stuff that you should know in order to survive. Because if the power go out, my guy, what are you gonna do?
But they're gonna be lost, confused, dazed, and confused.
Yeah.
So giving it back to you. Number one, you express your desires and passions from a young age. Do not act from a place of shame and embarrassment. Is that my understanding?
No, I did not express my.
That's your advice is when you are young, express your passions and desires.
Be your authentic self at a young age. If you know who you are, be who you are. Don't let anybody, parents, nobody tell you who you are as a person, because they already did their job by birthing you. Now you are an individual. They held your hand. They taught you how to walk. They taught you how to eat. You know how to speak. Now you are an individual. You are your own individual, and don't let nobody take who you are as a person. Because if I knew who I could be when I was younger and they would have nurtured that, I would have been gone. I probably would have had an Academy Award already, but it wasn't nurtured. And I spent 47 years trying to figure out what it is I wanted to do with my life.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Caramelita, that was good. That was good. That was so good.
My mom is like a really big influence to me because she was one of the first African-American and female engineers for the Santa Fe Railroad. So my mom's a kick-ass feminist. She used to go to work in overalls at 4:00 in the morning. I was raised seeing how much a woman can do. And like, not that we want to, because I'm still trying to find a man to take care of me. This comedy shit regardless. Right. Like, I'm just going to be a higher tier man. But she taught me, how to be like a housewife. She had both. And what she taught me was when she became, she was a safety supervisor for the railroad. And she was talking about this white dude was questioning her when she had to write him up. She's like, she said, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't my job. So obviously they trust me and trust my intellect enough to give me this position.
Right.
So take your little write up and go on. I see you when you have your hearing, period. And what my mom told me is like, when you are placed in these positions, you wouldn't be there if you weren't qualified. So don't trust the process, don't sweat the technique. You have enough qualities. You are enough, period. You are enough for what you want to do. You are worthy of the blessings that people give you. And when people see the light in you, accept it. Know that you are who you say you are. And that's nothing. People say that they are something. Oh, they say they're so funny. Oh, they this. And then you see them on stage and they bomb. No, that if you're funny, you don't even got to tell people. People don't even know. They see me. Oh, you going up? No, I'm just here to support. Because it's not always about you. And my mom showed me how you are. Once you know who you are, the people around you recognize that.
Right.
So, and don't question yourself. Everybody else is going to question you. You need to be the one person who knows what the hell is going on. You are the captain of your ship. And my mom showed me that. And also that you don't need a man. You want a man. That's another thing. Because my mom was like, you need to dress a certain way. Like my mom taught me how to cook, clean, sew, all that stuff so I can get a husband. And I realized I'm on the path to becoming a baller ass husband. I'm going to become the rich nigga that she taught me to go get. I'm becoming that guy. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to marry me. We going to get married. I'm going to marry me because I'm so dope. I wanted a rich man. I'm going to become one. So ladies and people who identify, my gender non-binary people who identify as femmes, don't keep looking for somebody to take care of you. Become that person. Mm-hmm. Become that person. And then you'll question what you really want. It's just so many gems from my mom and my dad, but we're talking about women. So my mom definitely, and my grandma. She was a domestic. she did laundry, took in people's clothes, and my mom tells me the story. This one time, this one lady thought she was gonna get away with not paying her, white lady, of course. And she and my grandma cussed them out. Like, I'm washing no more of your motherfucking clothes till you pay me, and you can't get these shits back neither. Now, this is in a time when you couldn't talk to white folks like that, even if they did owe you money. You know, we still in Chicago. Chicago was not the South. My grandmother came up from Chickasaw, Mississippi to Chicago to the West Side. So even though she wasn't in segregation, if you've been to Chicago, it's still pretty segregated. It's just in a nice, nasty way. And my grandma was not with the shit. She's like, no, you gonna pay me. And that's another thing we as female comedians have to stand firm on, because a lot of these promoters will try to get out of paying us and try to pay us less, or, oh, the money was short, or the bar didn't do what we thought it was going to do, the door didn't do what we thought. That ain't my problem. Pay me.
Right.
Pay me. So my mom, you can do it, and my grandma, pay me. That's what I learned from the strong women in my life.
No.
And she taught me how to make bomb ass cornbread. Rest in peace, Granny. I make the best cornbread. So that too.
I love it. I love the fact that, like, yes, the world will question you. The world will challenge you. So
why are you doing it?
Know who you are. Be secure and build your own foundation. You don't need to question yourself. You don't need to challenge yourself, because the world is out there doing that for you. You need to just accept.
You should be the one person on your side.
Yes.
And surround yourself with positive people. Stop surrounding yourself with people that always have something negative to say about your success or your dream. If you're talking to your friend and you're excited about what you had just did last night that had something to do with your dream, but your friend's response is something negative, you need to leave that person alone.
That's not your friend.
They're not going to benefit you at all. Surround yourself with the people that is going to help you get to the place you want to go.
And I think that's so important, especially in this industry. And that's why we have Misfit Toys, is we create a community where we support one another. And we genuinely celebrate the successes of all of us. Because if someone makes it, they throw down the ladder and they pull, or the rope, and they pull you up. And there's room enough on that stage for all of us. And
that's all Monique asked for me. She said, just do the same thing for the next little girl that's coming up. Do the same thing for the next sister coming up right behind you. Grab her hand and do what I did for you. And every female comedian I come and act with, I'm always trying to, share something.
Yeah.
Well, share your liquor and share your drinks. Share your drinks and share your snacks. Make sure you share.
I don't drink no more, but I'll definitely buy you a bottle of whatever you would like to drink when I meet you, or I'll give you some Cali
now,
smoke.
You know we both in California, and I don't mind a road trip. I drove out here.
Come on down. You ain't threatening nobody with
say it, but I gotta say it.
You know, I will pull up.
As soon as you said Oakland, I'm gonna date myself, but Poetic Justice, I was like, road trip. Like, I saw the thing. Like, I remember when it came out, I saw Poetic Justice thing like 5 times in the theater. And I went by myself. Because none of my white friends would go with me.
I have the perfect room for both of you. It's at the Copper Spoon in Oakland on Broadway. We do shows Thursday until Sunday. 2 shows each day. And there's a lot of fun.
Nothing but a word, child.
They got great food. They got great music. You got your smoke, your drink. Everybody is just warm, and it's a lot of fun. So come on down. I'm telling you, we having fun out here.
My good girlfriend is coming in from Chicago next Tuesday.
Huh?
Let's go. We was going to San Diego. We was gonna drive north. All right.
Listen, and we have outside shows in San Francisco. Now, everything out here is outside due to COVID. So you're not gonna get no big theaters, but you're gonna get some nice little shows where you can mix and mingle with some good comedians and some Black-owned comedian companies like #HellaFunny. It's owned by a Black man. A lot of the comedians are.
Is it HELLO or A?
Hella, like hella funny. #HellaFunny. Look up Stroy Mod. Don't ask me how to spell
it for me.
Huh?
HELL.
Hella HELLA funny. Hella funny. #HellaFunny. Look on my page,
Right?
Tammy
I love
T Love on
right?
Instagram. Yes. Go to Tammy T Love, TammyTealove on Instagram. All of that stuff is posted on there, and follow your girl. We having fun in the Bay Area. I guarantee that you can have
Bay
fun.
Area.
We out here.
Before
I just
we
heard
go,
that in the club last night.
take us
It's
out.
crazy.
What does the word success look like, mean to you? Tammy T Love.
If you woke up, you already started the first part of being successful. So all you got to do is continue on to keep living and be yourself. Success doesn't have a dollar amount on it. You know, money, I can make money all day, every day. You can make money back, but you can't get back time. So you need to take that time and use it wisely. And listen, I turned 50. This is the second half of my life, and I'm going to live it the way I want to live it. So you could just have fun, enjoy yourself, be safe, smoke weed, eat pussy, and be happy. That's all you have to do with your life. And if you don't want to do that, then I don't really know what else to tell you. But that is the epitome of success to me. If I can have all of that right now, I will be the most successful person in the fucking world. That's all I'm saying, people. That's all I'm saying.
I love it.
I love it. Caramelita Jonez, what does success mean to you?
Success to me is not having a roommate, because I'm in LA now and I see it's real out here. The struggle is really real. But success to me in comedy is gonna be, like, you already know my dream, to headline the Staples Center, and to me that will be the epitome of success for me. When I'm on that stage and I hear that audience out there clapping before I hit the stage and just feeling the electricity in the room, like I've replayed it in my mind so many times. Success to me is waking up and loving my life. So I'm already successful because I said I was going to move to LA last year, and I'm living here now. I started the year here. So when I told people, like, yeah, this is my last summer in Chicago, y'all better come kick it with the kid, you know, before I'm up out of here. And they're like, oh, you ain't going nowhere. And it's like, damn, you really moved? Yeah. Like, fun fact about me, when I say I'm gonna do a thing, the thing gets done. So me just waking up and loving my life, waking up and being happy to be on this planet another day, that's successful, because that means you're doing something every day that makes you happy. And there are a lot of people, Tammy, you know this to be true, you too, Iggy, in comedy, that are depressed as fuck, sad,
and
not living their truth. Only experience joy on the stage. And I feel like us as comedians, we are joy bringers. That's what we do. We share joy with people. So it is imperative that you are living a joyful life. Otherwise, you're on that stage, you ain't being authentic. You fraudulent. You out here fugazi. You got to make sure that you, when you are up there on that stage, that is the same person that you should see in real life. Not as far as being on and being extra and theatrical, but that same comedic perspective should follow you in your everyday life, so that your days are easier. Like, I get mad when birds poop on my car. Like, that's my pet peeve. But I'm turning into success. I wrote a sketch about it that I'm going to shoot. Never let those little things overshadow. Man, fuck these birds, man. It's like, so as soon as you get a car wash, these motherfuckers plotting on your car, man. I got beef with these pigeons, these turtle doves, these seagulls, these cranes, these egrets, these ducks. All of them can get deep fried. I'm on one.
Okay, you know, Caramelita, by the way, did you know this? That the Encino Wax and Wash actually has an aviary in the back?
Who?
Whose stupid ass idea was that?
The car washes run a bird sanctuary in the back, and they release the birds to poop on your car as soon as you get out the car wash, so you come back. It's a thing. They run the pigeon sanctuary in the back of the car wash so that they get you to come back. It's part of the loop.
I was just there. I got a car wash there, and they were really pushing the unlimited. Get the unlimited monthly. That's why.
You love Ray. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. To give back, what I have heard today is success is living an authentic life, accepting who you are, celebrating who that is, and every day doing something that feeds yourself and what you love. And what I love about what Caramelita said, success is integrity. And integrity is showing up for yourself and doing what you tell yourself you're going to do. Integrity is your word. If you tell yourself you're going to do something and you do it, That's integrity. If you are, exactly. So having integrity for yourself, showing up for yourself is success. Finding joy in the journey is success. And these are just such important principles that especially the younger generation needs to hear is find who you are, be unapologetically yourself, and then set goals for yourself and fulfill them for yourself. And the universe will align itself to push you forward, but you got to start with you. Is that right? Did I get it right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Also, Iggy, can you drop my link at CJZ_comedy everywhere if people want to follow me?
So
I got shows coming
CJZ _comedy.
COMEDY.
Yeah, drop it to me in the private chat.
I did.
Okay, hold up. We doing this at CJZ_comedy, right?
That's on all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter,
we are
everywhere.
We got it. Yes. Tammy T.
Yes. And I got a bunch of shows. If you're in the LA area, I got a bunch of shows coming up in April. Right now, I'm booked from the 20th through the 23rd. I got shows April 4th, April 20th, April 21st, April 23rd. So the girl is out here working. I'm spreading this funny. You know, come out here, tip the kid for these jokes, because I will have a tip jar. You know, you feel me? Tammy T, I'm coming to Oakland.
All right, come on through. Listen,
I love it.
I wouldn't tell you to go somewhere I don't know that you're not gonna rock out. It's a small patio, but we have a good old time. Everybody is COVID protected. You know, you got your mask on and everything. So just come on down. We having fun out here.
Right,
what were your favorite moments of the show, this hour of power, my women? What were your favorite moments of this hour of power? I call it the aha to ha-ha, bringing some comedy and Oprah together. The aha to ha-ha moments for you. What were your favorite aha to ha-ha moments of the show?
Aha moment is when Tammy said she would have kissed that girl in 6th grade, because there was a girl I wanted to kiss in 6th grade, and I probably would have had all these man problems if I had just been kissing girls, because these niggas ain't shit.
At all.
Sis, I got some stories. You gonna get that bottle, and I'm gonna tell you some stories, some things. But that was my aha moment to my ha-ha moment. It's like, it's not too late for me to kiss a girl. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. They keep acting up. Ha-ha. Switching teams. Trading leagues. You feel me? But yeah, that's just me.
I love the fact that she has all this insight on the business. I'm still new, so I'm glad I met somebody that I can possibly learn from, and she's a Black woman, so I definitely look forward to learning more from her, from just that aspect in the game, because out here it's just a bunch of dudes that I'm tired of hearing about them jacking off in their jokes. That's another thing. The guys get to sit up there on stage, they get to talk about how they jack off 55 times a day or on somebody's foot or whatever. But when women get up there and we start talking, they get really uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
They don't like when I say I know their girlfriend. They really get upset when I say, I know you, Keisha. They get upset. But y'all get to stand up there and talk about jacking off. Don't be mad because I know your mama and your girlfriend. Don't do that. I went too far, too fast.
Oh my lord. I take a
beat
on that one.
For Tammy T Love. The hate email is about to be strong.
So, I want to say thank you to Ray, to PS, to everybody who's tuning in, all the Misfit Toys, to Caramelita, to Tammy T Love. I'm Iggy Love Sky. This is Misfit Toys Comedy. We will see you next Friday at 2 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock London, and 5 p.m. New York. We out.
Get some gummy bears.